submit him. Justin Poirier can submit him, lad, and his jiu-jitsu is nowhere near the level of mine. You know, styles make fights. It's one of them. Charles weren't really hunting the submission so much against him. I don't think he was more using it to control. Where I know for a fact I'll submit him. I get his back. He's going to sleep.
Paddy Pimblett just shared his game plans ahead of his fight with Michael Chandler, as he said he is going to submit Chandler. However, Henry Cejudo said he smells an upset coming, believing Paddy Pimblett might surprise everyone. He thinks Paddy could use his grappling and even pull guard if he can't take Chandler down. Henry believes Paddy's striking isn't bad either, and could make Chandler work from the bottom. He feels Paddy is better than people think, citing his win over Bobby Green and his smooth transitions. Henry also pointed out that Paddy is on an 8-fight win streak.
Yeah, you know what, Kamaruddin, dude, I'm smelling an upset, bro. I think with Paddy Pimblett, dude, I think he's gonna bring in the grappling. I think he might pull guard on this dude, and I don't think his hands are not bad either, bro. But I think he could also force Michael Chandler to do something on the bottom.
You said pull guard?
He might. If he cannot take Michael Chandler down, he's more likely going to have to do that. But I just feel like Paddy Pimblett, he's a lot better than what I thought. And what he was able to do to Bobby Green, his transitional stuff, obviously him being on I want to say it's 9-fight, 3, 6, 8-fight win streak.
Tim Welch said Chandler is tough to submit, referencing his fight with Oliveira. He trains at Kill Cliff with top jiu-jitsu fighters. Chandler can't make mistakes. This fight is a big step up for Paddy, who has gone 5 rounds before, but Chandler is more experienced in 5-round fights. Tim thinks it'll be hard for Paddy to submit Chandler, but won't count him out.
Michael Chandler, you saw him against Charles Oliveira. He's not an easy guy to sub. He's not an easy guy to control. Charles had his back early on. He's very explosive. He trains at Kill Cliff, so he's training with Gilbert Burns. He's training with good jiu-jitsu guys. He can't make a mistake though. He still cannot make a mistake. I do think that this fight, it's a 5-round co-main event, which is a big step up too. Paddy Pimblett's gone 5 rounds before. He's gone 5 rounds against like Julian Erosa at 145 in Cage Warriors. Michael Chandler's used to going 5 rounds. His last fight, he went 5 rounds with Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira couldn't sub him. That's why I think it's going to be hard for Paddy Pimblett to sub him, but you can't count him out.
Saif Saud praised Michael Chandler for his hard work, energy, and ferocity in the cage, but he also pointed out that Chandler tends to get involved in brawls where he sometimes ends up on the losing side, and he acknowledged that Paddy Pimblett has proven he can stay calm under pressure, successfully pulling off submissions that require timing and skill. Saud believes this fight is crucial for both fighters, as it will determine whether Paddy can move up in the lightweight division and become a top contender.
Man, I love Chandler. He's the man. And, you know, he's such a hard worker. He's got so much energy. He's ferocious. He gets in these brawls, though, you know, where he comes on the short end of the stick. And I think that Paddy has shown that he can be, you know, pretty cool under pressure. And, I mean, you know, pulling submissions and stuff like that, it's not easy to do those things. And that takes timing, and it takes real know-how. And Paddy's got a lot of fights. You know, remember he kind of waited and then they brought him back in. So to me, this is really a crossroads fight for both of them. You know, if Paddy wants to go to the upper echelon of the lightweight division, he's going to have to beat Michael Chandler. I mean, you know, just like Oliveira and all the other guys did.
Saud emphasized Chandler's dangerous potential, citing his wins over fighters like Dan Hooker and Tony Ferguson. He pointed out that Chandler has the ability to take out top-level fighters, making him a serious threat. However, if Paddy isn't fully on point, this fight will show where he truly stands in the division. Despite this, Saud sees Paddy becoming more dangerous as he matures in the octagon, refining his skills with each fight.
But you see what Chandler did to Hooker and what he did to Ferguson. Chandler's dangerous, man. I mean, he could take you out, and he fights only the very best of the best. So if Paddy Pimblett is not 100% on point, you know, we're going to see where he is really in the lightweight division. But he definitely seems capable. We'll see where that weight cut and all that other stuff, and you know, it seems like he dials all that stuff in. He's getting more and more dangerous as he matures in the octagon.
Gerald Meerschaert said he's not entirely sure, but he's leaning toward Chandler to win, as he knows him personally and hopes he comes out on top. However, he finds it an interesting matchup because he could see Chandler throwing caution to the wind and potentially falling into a submission like a triangle. Meerschaert pointed out that while Chandler could likely escape such a situation, there are easier ways for him to win without making it harder on himself. Despite the potential risks, he's still picking Chandler, though he's curious to see how the fight unfolds.
Man, I don't know. I guess I know Chandler, so I kind of hope he wins, but that's an interesting one because I could see Chandler just like throwing caution to the wind and swinging away and like falling into a triangle or something. Like, not saying he couldn't get out of it, but like, I think there's ways for him to win that are much easier than he's going to make it on himself, if that makes sense.
So who do you give the edge to?
I still Chandler, but yeah, we'll see how that one goes.
However, Paddy said he believes he's better than Chandler in every aspect. He thinks he'll outstrike him on the feet, has better MMA wrestling, and superior grappling. Paddy is confident he can either knock Chandler out or submit him, predicting he'll finish the fight within 2 rounds.
I think I'm better than him everywhere. I think I'll outstrike him on the feet. I think I've got better MMA wrestling on him, and I know I've got better grappling on him. I think I can knock him out or submit him, so that's why I think I'll have finished him within 2 rounds.
Jai Herbert said he's been asked about the fight a few times, and he sees it as a bit of a changing of the guard. He pointed out that Chandler is the veteran with years of experience and has been through it all, while Paddy is on the rise, recently breaking into the top 15. Herbert sees it as a crossroads fight for both, making it an intriguing matchup. He thinks it'll be entertaining and is excited to see how it plays out, but no matter what, he believes it will be an exciting fight.
Yeah, I've been asked this question a couple of times. I mean, it's just like, I think it's like a change of the guard fight, isn't it? You got the old, like, not the old, but the veteran who's been there.
He is old, to be fair. I mean, he's almost 40. Like, he's what, 38, I think. So.
Yeah, but he's the veteran, isn't he? He's been there, done that, and obviously you got Paddy's coming up as well. He just hit the top 15, so it's a bit of a crossroads fight, isn't it? So it's going to be entertaining. I'd say it'd be interesting to see how it plays out. But yeah, I know it's going to be entertaining anyway.
Torres Finney said it's a tough call, but he's leaning toward Paddy Pimblett because of his recent performances. He respects Chandler's skill and entertaining style, but wishes he would fight smarter. Finney believes if Paddy wins, it has to be on the ground, though he's unsure if Paddy can match Chandler's wrestling. Despite the close matchup, Finney trusts Paddy more, given his doubts about Chandler's fight IQ.
Man, that's a great fight. But every time I pick Chandler, he pisses me off because Chandler, to me, man, he is so good. He is so good. And I know how he fights. He fights for the fans. But man, I wish he just would fight to win. His fight IQ, and to say he's going to change it now, it's just hard for me to see it. But then again, I look at the avenues of how Paddy Pimblett could win. And I think for Paddy to win, in my opinion, it has to be on the ground. And I don't think he can really take Chandler down. I saw Oliveira do it, but I don't know if Paddy's wrestling is to the same degree. That's a toss-up fight. But I'm going to lean Paddy Pimblett because I can't trust Michael Chandler's fight IQ.
Moreover, Paddy said he's confident he can submit Chandler, pointing out that if Justin Poirier can submit him, he believes he can as well. He emphasized that Chandler's jiu-jitsu isn't on the same level as his. Paddy mentioned that Charles Oliveira didn't focus on hunting the submission against Chandler, but was using it more for control. Paddy is sure that if he gets Chandler's back, he'll submit him and put him to sleep.
I'll submit him. Justin Poirier can submit him, lad, and his jiu-jitsu is nowhere near the level of man. Styles make fights. It's one of them. Charles weren't really hunting the submission so much against him. I don't think he was more using it to control. Where I know for a fact I'll submit him. I get his back. He's going to sleep.
Chepe Mariscal said he's leaning towards Paddy Pimblett for the fight as he feels Michael Chandler is trying too hard to prove something. He believes Chandler needs to focus on just winning, while Paddy is on a strong winning streak. Mariscal feels he's on a similar path to Paddy, with only one more UFC win separating them. He's impressed by how Paddy has evolved and continued to win, and it's exciting to see fighters like him rise through the ranks.
Man, I gotta go for Pimblett. I think Chandler's doing too much, I think he's trying to just feed onto something, and I feel like, man, he just needs to win, and I feel like I'm going for Pimblett because he's on a winning streak, and I feel like I'm on the same kind of path. I think he has one more win than I do in the UFC. So it's cool to see guys like that, evolve and win.
Mariscal also shared his admiration for fighters like TJ Dillashaw and his own journey, noting how the featherweight division is particularly interesting right now. He pointed out that the division is wide open, especially with potential shifts, like if someone like Topuria goes back to featherweight. He mentioned how the top 20 in the featherweight division is currently very competitive, with a lot of strong fighters making it an exciting time to watch.
I was a huge Topuria fan against Max, just because I liked his run. I'm liking the run he has himself. So it's just cool. Like I said, the featherweight division is so interesting. We don't know even if Topuria mentally changes something, goes back to featherweight. It's up for like grabs at this point. And like the top 20 dudes at featherweight is pretty scary right now.
Jan Blachowicz mentioned that the fight will be very exciting. While Chandler may be the favorite on paper, Paddy possesses many skills that could make him a difficult opponent. Paddy's fighting style is unique and unorthodox, but he knows how to make the most of it, which makes him dangerous in the cage.
It's, very, very, very nice fight. Maybe on paper Chandler, but Paddy is, he's very good, and he got his weird style, and he knows how to use it, so...
Jamahal Hill stated that he would favor Michael Chandler in the matchup. Despite Paddy being a large 155-pounder, Hill pointed out that in past fights like the one against Bobby Green, Paddy's size helped him control the pace, even with Green's speed. Hill feels Chandler has the upper hand with his powerful striking and ability to land clean shots, while Paddy is easier to hit but tougher to take down.
I probably lean towards more towards Michael Chandler. Paddy's a big dude, bro. He's a big 155er, and anytime he's been given a challenge, like even the Bobby Green fight, like I knew he was bigger, but I thought the speed of Bobby would present more of a problem for him. But he suffocated that by just hard kicks, making Bobby stay shelled up. So it's it's up there. But I probably would lean more towards Michael Chandler just because how hard he hits. He's able to find his shots, and Paddy is not the hardest to hit. And Mike's not easy to take down.
So what are your thoughts on this? Share your thoughts in the comments section and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video.